Two members of Utah's Task Force 1 are in Florida right now, working with FEMA, coordinating search and rescue efforts. News Specialist Sheriff Park spoke exclusively to one of them this afternoon and joins us now live from their headquarters there in West Jordan. Sheriff.
Yeah, good evening to you, Dan. Captain Keith Bevin is one of our Utah Task Force 1 members that is in Florida right now. He is an expert on urban search and rescue logistics. Now, Captain Bevin is on the front lines of many natural disasters. In fact, he was actually in Puerto Rico on the front lines of Hurricane or Tropical Storm Fiona when he was moved to Florida to start preparing for Hurricane Ian. Now, Captain Bevin says that water rescue started around 2 o'clock this morning, and they've been going ever since. Now, because of the storm surge, he says there have been a lot of access issues with damage to infrastructure in many of the cities along the coast.
Early this morning, it moved to air reconnaissance to try to get an eye of what was happening and what had happened to be able to better focus the resources into those areas. And now they'll literally go block by block, structure by structure, and clear everything.
Now, Captain Bevin says many rescue crews are focused on Fort Myers Beach right now, an area that was destroyed by Ian. He says they're also focused on Marco Island, Lee, and Collier County. Now, I asked if more Utah crews could be called in to help, and he says it's possible, but right now there are a lot of closer resources available. But Bevin did say with each of these natural disasters that our Utah teams respond to, the better prepared they are for when something happens here at home.
We're very lucky to live where we live. We always make the joke we're the 49th state out of 50 where nothing happens, which is good and bad. But we have great support from our local elected officials, executives, fire chiefs, and that allow us to go out and participate at a level like this and bring this back to Utah.
Now, I asked Captain Bevin, how can Utahns really grasp what has been happening there in Florida, especially with the storm surge? They've got 12 feet of water in terms of a storm surge on Western Florida. Let me point it out to you here. Captain Bevin says, go outside, measure against your house. We just measured the wall back here from the base up until almost the numbers there, 6726. That is 12 feet. He says, go do that on your house, and that will give you a better understanding of what the folks in Florida are dealing with right now. In West Jordan, Sheriff Park, KSL 5 News. Guys.
Yeah, incredible vision.